I never believed in ghosts, not really. At least not until the summer of 2003. I was 22, staying at my uncle's farmhouse in southern Indiana, a wide stretch of nowhere, surrounded by cornfields, silos, and a silence that didn't feel natural after sundown. I just finished my second year of college and needed a place to crash for the summer. My uncle said I could help with odd jobs around the place, earn some cash, and enjoy a little country peace. The house was old, early 1900s, and creaked even when no one moved. My room was upstairs, the one facing the east fields. From the window, I could see the corn stretch out for miles like a sea of green blades that whispered even when there was no wind. And it was always darkest on that side of the house. The other windows caught moonlight, but not this one. The first strange thing happened about 2 weeks in. I was lying in bed. The window cracked for a breeze. Crickets chirped, owls hooted in the distance, and that's when I heard it. Something rustling in the corn. At first, I thought it was a raccoon, or maybe a deer. But the sound didn't move like an animal. It didn't scurry. It didn't bolt. It crept. Soft, slow, dragging. I got out of bed and looked out the window. At first, I didn't see anything, just rows of corn bathed in moonlight. But then, just at the edge where the crops met the field path, I saw it. A figure, tall, thin, pale as bone. It stood unnaturally still, head tilted sideways like it was listening, or maybe trying to see better in the dark. I ducked quickly, heart pounding, and peeked again. Nothing. It was gone. The next morning, I asked my uncle if any of the neighbors liked playing pranks. He just stared at me. Neighbors? Closest one's a half-mile down. Ain't no one out in those fields at night. Not unless they're looking to meet something they shouldn't. I laughed it off, thinking he was messing with me. But he didn't laugh back. That night I kept the window closed. But the thing kept coming. Every few nights, I'd hear it again, dragging footsteps in the corn. Sometimes it sounded closer, like it was circling the house. One night I swore I heard it brushing against the wall just beneath my window. The scratching sound it made was like fingernails on stone. One evening, I made the mistake of asking my uncle about the history of the land. I expected a story about the farm, or maybe Native American legends. But what he said chilled me. This place? Folks used to say it was cursed. Back in the 1930s, there was a boy, Ben something, went missing. They say he wandered into the cornfield during a game of hide and seek. Never came out. Cops looked for days, dogs, helicopters, everything. Nothing. Then his mother claimed she saw him standing at the edge of the field, weeks later. But he wasn't right. I leaned in. What do you mean, not right? She said he was taller, older, pale like milk, and his eyes were all black. I didn't sleep that night. I started locking my window, pulled the shades. Still I'd hear it, scratching, shuffling, sometimes whispering. And one night, I swear to God, I heard it say my name, clear, slow, wet like someone gurgling through a mouthful of mud. I sat bolt upright, heart hammering. I didn't dare move. I didn't even breathe. The voice came again, but closer. Jockey. It was at my window, but I was on the second floor. I grabbed the flashlight from my drawer and shone it out the window. Nothing. No tracks in the dirt the next morning. But I noticed something else. My window screen had 3 long slashes, as if cut with claws. The farmhouse didn't feel safe anymore. I told my uncle I needed to leave early, but he just gave me that same hollow stare. You woke it up, he said, sipping his coffee. It don't let go once it chooses someone. I left that same day, moved back to my parents' place, started school again, tried to forget, but I couldn't. It followed me. It started with shadows in the corner of my room. cold spots, lights flickering. Then I'd see it, just outside the window, at home, at school, even in my dorm, always just standing, watching, and it never came in. Not yet, but it got closer. That winter, I was walking back from a late class, snow blowing sideways, when I felt something behind me. The footsteps didn't match mine. I turned, no one. But I heard it whisper, "Jockey!" I ran. I didn't stop until I reached my building. My roommates said I was sleepwalking, talking to myself, screaming in my sleep. They said I kept repeating the same words. "It's in the corn, it's in the corn, it's in the corn." I dropped out by spring. Couldn't focus, couldn't sleep. I went back to the farmhouse one last time. I thought maybe if I went back I could end it, face it, bury something, I don't know. The house was abandoned. My uncle had died 2 months earlier. Heart attack, they said. Alone. The cornfield was bare, off season, but I could still hear it. Whispers, dragging, it was waiting. I stood at the edge of the field and yelled, "I know you're there! Come out!" The wind stopped. Everything went still. Then it stepped out. Same figure, tall, thin, skin like wax. Its head turned slightly. Its mouth hung open like it had forgotten how to close it. And its eyes black, bottomless. It took a step forward. I couldn't move. Another step. I turned and ran. I didn't stop. I never went back. But it still finds me. In reflections, in dreams, in the wind rustling through trees that aren't there. And now sometimes when I close my eyes, I feel it beside me, breathing, waiting. And if you ever stay somewhere near an old cornfield and hear dragging footsteps at night, do not look out the window, because once you see it, it never forgets your face.